It is time for the Nashville Caveman podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all can, share the live, man, with your friends. Let's go ahead and let's get this party started. Yeah, it's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
On the whip with the crystals on the side. Doors flip up, yeah, we call it suicide. Creeping like the spider every time that I ride. Yeah, I smile at my haters just to fuck what they found. And the car so dope that the truth tell a lie. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. Dudes get mad when they women say hi. The paint so wet that it make a pussy slide. Sun rooftop with the wood grain grip. Ain't even raining, but the paint still drip. I'm not even traveling, but baby, I'm a trip. So she riding up the mountainside just to see the tip. Top of the world, that's what they ain't wanna be. Riding in a battle, man, until my legacy. Crystals on the chrome, yeah, the body so G. I'm a stunt so hard, niggas can't stand me.
All right, man, we back. Finally got everything up and operational.
Absolutely.
And telling you, man, it just, I don't know. It just seems like when we have rain, I have all these issues, man, coming through. But we back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Had a good weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. But before I go ahead and do, man, I am your host, Damo Unleashed. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. I am just one half of the team. I'm going to roll out the red carpet. Introduce, man, this guy is like a brother to me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to roll out the red carpet, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Damo. Man, hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Today should be the best day of the week because it's the Nashville Caveman Show, right? So if people don't know me, my name is Sky Black. I am a music publisher and a pro wrestler. Last Sunday, I was just at a No Limit Pro down in Tullahoma, Tennessee, defending my No Limit Broken's title, which I still have, against a very, very good guy named Mike Cobb. Woo, very, very good guy named Mike Cobb. And don't y'all forget, later on tonight, the D-Bling radio show, that's offtoprecords.com. That is offtopradio.com, sorry. And then we stream it on offtoprecords.net. So if you are any artist locally, or when I say local, I don't even mean in other states too. I just want local, independent, and up-and-coming artists. Send me your music at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com, so I can put you in the rotation, so I can stream you on our network. And then, you know, everybody else, get your videos together. Holler at Mr. Damo to do the interviews. He does an amazing job. And get ready, man, to be, the inaugural Soul Driven Male and Female Artist of the Year, man. It's around the corner. Look at those trophies. Imagine that sitting in your office or in your home. Look at that, to know that you are the very first. It's going to be other winners, but you will be the very first. They can never take that away from you.
So can't.
Yeah.
You know, and there's not many awards out here for indie artists. You know, there's not many platforms that award indie artists. So that's something that I definitely wanted to do. Congratulations to all the artists that have come through and done interviews. The interviews have been so fun and phenomenal. Yes. And you just get to know and learn about artists, certain things outside of music. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. It's fun. Reach out to me. souldrivenllc@gmail.com. Go ahead and email me, man. Or, you know, y'all can call me on here, man. Call me during the show. Leave your information with me, man. I'll write it down and we'll link up.
Absolutely.
Sure.
How's your week been?
Man, absolutely amazing. Man, this weekend.
You look good, man. I like that suit. You look good. I like that suit.
I got it for my birthday, man. My oldest, you know what? I told my oldest, I was like, you know what? Maybe you need to be my, man, my fashion designer. Maybe you need to be the one picking out my wardrobe, my stylist.
Amen.
Maybe I need to hire. If I get a stylist, I'm gonna hire her because she picks better suits. I mean, she know what look better on me than I do.
That's amazing. That's what's up.
So she picked this out.
So how did your team do Sunday? I know mine won barely 10-9. Thank you to the field goal kicker for the New York Jets for missing. What's up,
I seen that. I watched the end of that game, and I thought of you. My teams, I have two teams. So y'all know I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan, which we beat the Steelers. So anytime we beat the Steelers, it's a good thing.
And they was on the roll too, man.
Huh?
You right, malfunction. A win is a win. The Steelers was on the roll. They were 3-0.
Yeah. Yep. They were 3-0, man. And at one point, we was up by double digits. And we let them back in the game, but we held on and was able to prevail. Now, I was happy for my coach. My other team, they season over.
Did they lose? Who they lose
to? The Cleveland Browns? Yeah, the Cleveland Browns lost.
To who?
And the Raiders didn't have their best defensive player or their best offensive player. And they still lost at home. So the Browns, your season is done.
It's still a lot more season to go. It's just week 4.
Man, it's a long season. That's all I can think. I'm like, this is going to be a long year, man, for us Browns fans, man. It is not looking good. Thank God for the Colts. Because the Browns, I just don't have no hope for. I don't.
Yes, the Raiders suck. Kansas City sucks. And the Chargers suck. You know who in our division. Yeah.
I hate that. Man, I can't believe the Chargers started off the game like that and then just fizzled out. They fizzled out.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, I don't feel bad for them. That's just we had 2-2 now. We had 500, and so the only team that is above us in the division is Kansas City. I can't say that out loud, malfunction. You know darn well we ain't beating Kansas City. I'm a huge Denver. Look, I got on the hat and the shirt. I'm a huge Denver Bronco. If y'all can see if I can show y'all the logo. Yeah, I'm a huge Denver Bronco fan. Since John Elway days. But I got to be realistic, malfunction. Kansas City, man.
They ain't got John Elway no more.
Yeah, they can't. I don't know what to do about Kansas City, man. If Kansas City wasn't in our division, I would have more hope. Man, that
actually
team,
you should have more hope because they just lost their number one receiver. Rice is done.
Who's the number one receiver?
Rice. I forget his first name, but Rice, he injured.
Man,
I don't know. They're gonna be playing with XFL players in a minute at wide receiver. I know that. They keep on getting hurt. I'm like, this only week 4, and they already done lost. Man, they receiver 4 out, Marquise Brown out. And so I don't know how many more injuries they could take.
Man, well, you know what? I hate to see people get injured, but if that's what the Denver needs to at least be a wild card team, I hope so. But man, what's his name? Aaron Rodgers, he did his job. He led the Jets down the field. They should have won that game.
They sure should have.
Field goal kick and missed.
They sure should have, man. But
I'm about to ask you, malfunction, how old you was. Talking about before I wasn't even before Elway. Now his name was something Morton. I know his last name was Morton, and he was number 7 for the Denver Broncos before John Elway came. John Elway came in 84.
Remember before John Elway, and we were supposed to. My dumb franchise traded him away. I would have forced him to play.
Oh no, he did not hit because his daddy name was Jack. His daddy name was Jack. Jack Elway and John Elway hated Irsay. I don't know what it is about Jim Irsay, but they hated him and said they would never play for him. That's why he got traded to Denver. And then you end up, Jim Irsay started having issues with Peyton Manning. And guess where he went? To Denver.
Yeah. I understand
Malfunction,
the
right.
whole Manning thing. I get the whole Manning thing.
Mhm.
The whole Manning thing was about him having that injury to his neck, them having the number 1 pick, and there being a once in a lifetime quarterback out there to be drafted, and Andrew Luck. They were calling Andrew Luck the next Peyton Manning.
Right.
And the way he started off his career, he started it off better than Peyton Manning. If you really think about it. It's just injuries, man, derailed his career. They didn't build a team around him the same way they did around Peyton Manning.
Right.
But I think it was a move, and I think they did right by Manning by, letting him be traded to the team of his choice.
Right.
Because they could have just sent him anywhere, but they asked him where he wanted to go, and they allowed him to, him and his agent to put together a plan to go to Denver. And I think that was only right.
Absolutely. And you know what, Malfunction? I didn't even want Peyton Manning because I was a Tim Tebow fan. You hear me? I wanted Tim Tebow to stay.
Oh, was you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited that Peyton came and we won 2 more Super Bowls. But one more. We went to 2 and we won 1 more. Okay. Then we went to 2 Super Bowls and won 1. I'm not mad at that. But before he came to Denver, I'm a huge Tim Tebow fan. You know what I'm saying? So right. I wanted Tim Tebow to stay, but we know Tim Tebow ain't no damn Peyton Manning, so it is what it is.
Right.
We know that, But yeah, I don't know. Do y'all still have Jim Irsay as y'all GM? Or is he retired?
Yeah, he's still there, drinking and popping pills.
Have issues with him.
Yeah, he's still there, drinking and popping pills. You know how we do it in our franchise with our owner.
Right.
He's still there on that stuff. They draft like they on drugs. I ain't gonna lie. Our organization draft like they own that stuff, man.
Me too, Malfunction. I got upset when they was trying to tell Tim Tebow how to throw the ball. Let that man throw the ball the way he's comfortable with throwing the ball. He was winning in college. He was winning in the NFL the way he was, but they was just trying their best to say, well, if you want to be an elite quarterback, this is how you're supposed to. Come on now. Do you hear
they did the same thing with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
they tried to change. Remember, they were talking about Lamar Jackson, man, should be a receiver in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Well, look at him now.
So congratulations to Baltimore on that win. They needed that win. I thought people in Baltimore was going to riot if they had lost.
They
have the highest expectation. And I'm just like, and nobody's going to go undefeated. So on any given Sunday, you have a 50% chance of losing, Yeah, right, Malfoy. He's been throwing like that since college. I just like the presence that Tim Tebow brought to Denver. He brought that never give up attitude. He said, we might lose, but we're going to go down swinging and fighting.
Right.
But when you want to win championships, you go get Peyton Manning. I mean, I would have got Peyton Manning. I ain't going to lie to you. As much as I love Tim Tebow. So the 4 years Peyton Manning was there, thank you, Peyton Manning,
Right. And we should have had, just like our team, we should have had more Super Bowls out of Peyton Manning, but they failed him in Indy. I think if he was in Denver, if he started his career in Denver, I think he would have had more Super Bowls than Indy would have got. Yeah. They hired Tony Dungy, and Tony Dungy's only job Tony Dungy had was to put a formidable defense around Peyton Manning. And he did all right, with Freeney and Mathis, but he just, that small defensive line that we had, the 250-pound defensive tackles, that shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? You need some big Tony Siragusa's in there. You need some dudes that's like 380 pounds in the middle. Somebody that can't be moved. Right. Where them dudes at? Why was they getting these dudes like we had a linebackers was 230? Then why would you get a linebacker that's 230 pounds and then offensive guard right here, you know what I'm saying, about 100 pounds more than him? What is that little man gonna do against that big ass guard and center? I don't mean to go off, man, but I was frustrated, man, watching that.
I didn't know that malfunction. I didn't know Tennessee had offered Peyton Manning that type of deal. But whatever John Elway said to Peyton Manning, he was Peyton Manning was a John Elway fan too, and that was one of the reasons he went to Denver. It was John who convinced him to come because he went to other teams to talk to him, but he said once he talked to John, he knew that's where he was going to go.
You know why he didn't go to Tennessee? He was never going to go to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Never. And I don't think it mattered what Tennessee offered him. I think, man, it would have been such a betrayal and stain on his name to go to Tennessee, knowing that the Colts and the Tennessee Titans are such big rivals. That's why he didn't go. I think had Tennessee not been in that division, I think he would have went there, no doubt. No question would he have went to Tennessee. But he wasn't going to Tennessee with, it didn't matter what they offer him, not being a former Colt.
Yeah, that's almost like Brett Favre going to Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And God rest the dead, whatchamacallit, what's his name? Steve McNair going to Baltimore.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that put a stain on their careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine if they had went and won championships there?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, man, Peyton Manning winning a Titans a championship.
Mm.
What that would have did for his legacy in Indianapolis.
Mm.
It's
right.
The same thing with LeBron. LeBron, man, you know what I'm saying? Having them championships, it don't mean as much as Jordan and Kobe, who got all theirs with one franchise.
Right.
You know, with LeBron, it seemed like he was jumping D to D.
Absolutely. But you know what, though? I'll still give him credit for doing it because that's still hard to win championship with different teams, too. I'll give him his credit. Yeah. You know, it's like with Tom Brady. He won a championship with two different teams. Peyton Manning won it with two different teams. I can't think of any other quarterback who's won championships with two different teams.
Not me.
Okay. Well, so I look at LeBron as like those guys who can win a championship with one team, go to a whole different culture and another team and win a championship. So I'll give him his kudos for that. You know, me, I'm Michael Jordan all the way, but I give people credit where credit is due. That's still a hard feat to go from team to team to team to team and win championships too. So I'll give him his props for that.
It's nothing to take away from him.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like Dirk Nowitzki's one championship is so valuable because it's the only championship Dallas has. You understand what I'm saying? So in Dallas, he's a god.
Who?
LeBron could have been that in Cleveland, and to some people he is. But to a lot of people, they feel like he a traitor. He don't have the absolute love that somebody like Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade won a championship when he joined LeBron in Cleveland. It would have wiped away his aura in Miami. You know, it would have tainted it.
Who did you say was a god in Dallas?
Dirk.
Oh yeah. Even though he got that one championship. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the only championship they got.
And the crazy part is, Dirk could have still played today. It was Dirk who wanted to retire. It ain't like Mark Cuban pushed him out the door. Dirk played for 20 years. Only other person that played for 20 years was who's the guy that was dunking all the time? Vince Carter. I don't know anybody else that's played 20 years. Other than LeBron. But them two, yeah, you're absolutely correct.
You're right. And that's the thing, man. Like fans, a lot of these athletes don't understand. Fans are fickle.
Absolutely.
You're real fickle. So when, you know, and LeBron need all the due respect as possible because to win a championship in Cleveland, where, you know, man, everything is negative in the city. The energy is just negative, which is why I got the hell up out of that part of Ohio. It's negative. So for him to win one there, where everybody called it a city of losers, to do that alone. But he painted it with a lot of fans because he won it in other places. So it's like, where do you retire his jersey at? Miami? He won more titles in Miami than he did in Cleveland.
Absolutely.
What about the Lakers? He won just as many titles with the Lakers as he won in Cleveland. So who gets to retire his jersey? All three places? His jersey hanging in all three places. Like,
It's
could
an
you
anomaly.
imagine
You're right.
T.C.
It
Jordan
is. It's an
with the
anomaly.
Wizards and
It's not. It's never been really been done before. So you're right. You're walking in unknown territory. You know.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
and you can't appreciate it because if you want to see his jersey retire, now you got 3 arenas to go to. What value is that? If you want to see Jordan's jersey retired, you got to go where?
To the
United
Bulls,
States.
Chicago. Yeah.
If you
The
want to
old
see
United
Kobe,
Center. Huh?
you
Yeah.
want to see Kobe, where you got to go? You want to see Tim Duncan, where you
Staples
got to
Center.
go?
I forgot what was the one Spurs called. I forgot the name of their arena. Sorry, but yeah, Staples Centers, the old United building, the old United Center in Chicago. They probably tore that damn building down.
It means something. That's the difference. That dude, because somebody said this in the video. They said LeBron has had 3 careers, and he really has.
Absolutely.
His whole career in Cleveland is a Hall of Fame career. His
Right.
career in Miami,
Right.
if you just took them years, is a Hall of Fame career. And then with the Lakers, with him breaking Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, with him winning the title there, that's a Hall of Fame career. So he's had 3 Hall of Fame careers in 3 different franchises.
Correct.
It waters down the value of his legacy to me.
Yeah, and I can see how what you're saying is true. I could see that, depending on how you're looking at it. But also, I could also see that, again, everything LeBron is doing, nobody has done. So you can say, hey, what you're doing, LeBron, is a good thing. Or you can say, hey, LeBron, what you're doing is kind of crazy and nuts. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you're looking at it. Huh?
But that's the thing, Sky. He's getting both. He's either getting people to absolutely worship the ground he walk on, or they're discrediting him for whatever reason. You're getting both halves.
Right.
That come with the territory when you jump around.
It does. It's like Kevin Durant. I wasn't mad at Kevin Durant going to say. Shit, damn what people talking about. I got bills to pay. I got a legacy. I want a championship. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta go to a team that's already ready, I'm going. I can't worry about what people are saying. People gonna talk about you till you die, right? So what the others gonna talk about? But but I understand what other people are saying too. If you're supposed to be this great player, you're supposed to go to a terrible team and lift them up. And those days to me is over. Only a few people could do that. Maybe a Kobe, a Michael Jordan, a Magic, or maybe Detroit, or what was his name? Isaiah Thomas. Those players I don't think exist no more. Though one guy can carry a team, I don't think that exists anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys even have the makeup.
No, man, it's crazy. For one guy to go score 35 a night, come on. For 82 games, So you need a team now. A team, and you know who started that? The 2004 Detroit Pistons, when they beat the Lakers. It showed you that a team could beat 2 megastars because everybody else was just role players. And they came in as a team. They was unselfish. They passed the ball. Whoever was hot got the ball. Whoever was playing great defense got. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody knew their role.
Everybody played their role, and then from then on out, teams like the Spurs, they were winning championships. Not one or two people dominating the whole game.
Right. Speaking of dominating, man, we got some good topics on the day, y'all.
Okay.
So this girl was talking about dating rules, and I'm gonna play this clip, and then y'all just tell fellas, we want to see if y'all agree with her dating rules, man. What do y'all have to say about it? Okay. Also, this girl tells this story, man, and it's a pretty deep story, but we're going to talk about who's more to blame for her situation. The boys that she had an encounter with or her family. So that's a good topic. A woman's unrealistic expectations keep them safe.
Right.
So you got some women out here with some unrealistic expectations, and does that keep them safe? We're going to answer that question. Also, we're going to talk about why Offset lost the battle against Cardi B, but he won the war. All right. So she was on live, and Offset got on her live and said that she had sex with another dude while she was pregnant. And she was like, yes, I did. And so, the internet that been the topic of discussion. And people are like, man, telling basically Offset to take that L, hold this L. But I don't think Offset is the one that's holding the L. I think it's more Cardi B. And this woman explained it, but we're going to kind of break it down, right?
Cool.
And the last topic is, should a person who is looking to get married seek advice from those who are single about marriage? Talk about those. So, without further ado, I'm going to cut this music, man, because I want y'all to hear what this woman said about her dating rules. And I just want to hear from y'all perspective, man. What do y'all think about this? We're going to stroll on down here, find this clip, and then I'm going to let y'all have y'all say at it.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this is what the I got the truth. When you take me on a date, you open up my door. You open up the door. You pull out the chart if it's a chart, and you cut my steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some home training. If you take a female on a date, she orders steak, you cut it. Day 3, cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this that. Do the work. Do the work. We're going on multiple dates. You want some of me? We're going on multiple dates. We're putting in effort. We're doing what we got to do to get. Come.
She said them out.
All right. So did y'all catch that? Or do I need to play it back?
I mean, you can play it back one through, but I heard it.
Oh, okay, then. So do you want to go ahead and touch on that? Or do you want to go?
First
you
of all,
want me
where
to
she from? She from St. Louis with that accent? She from Louisiana? Like, where is she from?
Like she from the bottom of the map. For sure.
Okay, so yes, I understand chivalry is fine, but every man ain't like that. Like me, I'm a part-time chivalry, and I'm gonna explain to you. If we're going on a nice date, if I'm going over your mama house, your family house, if we're going to church, if we're going to somewhere where it's formal and nice, I will open doors, I will pull out chairs, I will do that. But on an everyday basis, come on then, hell no. If I forget the car, you better get your ass on the other side of that car. I'm not doing it every day. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know people whose wives expect them to, I mean, even if they just going to the grocery store in their pajamas, they expect that. I'm like, no, come on. God gave her 2 legs and 2 arms too. What is she supposed to do with them? You know what I'm saying? So no, if that's what that woman is looking for, she's gonna be single for a while. Because I don't think men, or as we get into these next generations, chivalry is dying. What men are being taught to do is 1, protect. 2, don't let a woman control you. So what she's saying is, for a young guy that's 25, is like, I feel like I'm being controlled if you give me these rules. And you talking about every time we walk out the door, the front door, I gotta open the door for you, gotta open the car door for you. Then I park the car, gotta open the door. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time you get back from the grocery store, I gotta open. Come on now, that's way too much. So in my mind, like I said, if I'm going to a funeral, if I'm going to church, a wedding, somewhere where we're nice, dressed like Damo, sharp from head to toe, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to put my hand on the middle part of your back. I'm going to hold your hand as we walk. I will give you those moments, but past that, hell no, Damo.
I'm just gonna say this, right? Now I am one that when I'm with my daughters and my old lady, they'll walk to the door and they stop, and I open the door for them. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
Right.
But with that said, these females, like she's saying, do the work. And I don't understand why she's going after dudes and telling the men to do the work. And she's speaking like a man. Like, ma'am, take your own advice. Do the work. Be feminine. This vulgar language and the way you're speaking like a man. And so that's why these men that you date, ma'am, treat you like a man. Mm-hmm. That's how you talk to them. Absolutely. Cut your steak. Wait a minute. Are we children now? Is that what we're doing? We're children. I gotta cut your steak that's already pre-cut.
But you know what? I've seen that before, right? I had an auntie
Yeah,
who did that for her husband.
but
She would
that
go get
shouldn't.
his plate, and
But
then
you
she
said
would
a
cook it.
husband.
Right.
But you said a husband. Some
Absolutely.
things you gotta earn. It should not be expected. Me
Absolutely.
personally, I'm just gonna tell you. Me personally, if we going out and I'm expected to pay for this steak, and you ain't getting no coochie, you ain't getting no, and I ain't getting none, you ain't getting no steak. If I ain't getting no meat, you ain't getting no meat. First and foremost, you ain't getting that kind of meat. You know what I'm saying? You know how much a steak is nowadays.
Absolutely.
You don't know what I had to do to get that money. You don't know, man, what I had to clean up or what I had to move around or who I had to put up with to get this $100. So for me to go ahead and buy you a steak and I come out of it with nothing, that ain't happening, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? We going on the kind of dates where we get to know one another.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
both good.
And I
Like
think
something like
chivalry,
this. Fellas, the first mistake, and I know this is gonna get off, but I'm gonna bring it back. But fellas, when y'all go on dates with females like this, before you go on a date, you should have a discussion as far as like what does a first date look like. So if there's anything you hear that is outside of who you are, you can just decide, nope, I'll pass.
absolutely, man. I ain't never opened a car door for any girl on no first date. I ain't never done that. Actually, I prefer her to meet me there. You understand what I'm saying? I know old school back in the day, you know, my daddy, my granddaddy, whoever, go pick the girl up. Now, when I was coming through, meet me there, because at least showed me that you have some type of independence.
But see,
You know, I've never
that.
wanted a woman who just depended on a man 100% of the time. Show me that you have some type of independence that you can come and go as you please. So that's why I never opened the door on first date, because they came in their own damn car.
I didn't mind it, and I tell you why I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it because the females were so appreciative. Man, when you show appreciation, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And it goes a long way. These women now, man, you know how many females, like it's naturally in my nature to, if I get to the door before her, I'm holding the door. Even if she's a couple steps behind and I don't know, I'm gonna hold the door and let her go in.
Right.
I don't even like doing that because a lot of these women now, they won't even make eye contact with you or say thank you or nothing. Almost like, man, you know, their attitude makes it where I don't want to do it. But back then, I'm grown to do that. That's
Absolutely.
the kind of dude I am.
Right. Absolutely. And chivalry again is a nice thing to have. And when they know in your position, like this is your wife. So if you do it more than the average person, I understand that completely because she's earned that. I thought the narrative was this woman talking about going on her dates, her first dates or second dates. This is what her narrative is. She ain't talking about marriage or fiance. She's talking about dates. And I'm thinking, hold on, I don't know you that well to treat you like a wife. Why do you want me to treat you like a wife if we just going on dates?
You know why she can't get that kind of treatment? Because the dude she select don't think she's worth that kind of treatment.
Okay.
When you got a female that give off a certain kind of energy, right? There's a respect level to certain females that when you deal with them, when you handle them different than other females. And they don't have to verbally tell you. You just get it, right? If you don't get it, you'll pick it up. I'll give you an example. I've taught my daughters to walk up to a door and just stand there. They know. They'll wait for me to come open it. And if they open it, why did you touch that door? You see what I'm saying? So there are certain females and they're polite, very soft-spoken, very feminine. Nothing like this. There was nothing in there that you heard effeminate. And then she talk about, man, you putting in the work to get her coochie like she the only one that got a vagina out in the world. Like, you ain't the only one that got a vagina. You know, it goes back to what I was saying. I think this was last week. Whores make y'all job complicated because when y'all don't want to do the right thing, guess who will do the right thing?
Whores. Absolutely.
Y'all mad at the men, but the whores is y'all biggest threat. Because when y'all want to act a certain way and y'all don't want to get in line, all right. And one of these, hey, I got $40. You know what I'm saying?
You don't pay women to sleep with them, you pay them to leave. So the $40 for them to leave.
a lot of these females will sleep with dudes based on potential.
Absolutely.
They will give it to them for free on potential. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and a lot of these females understand that there's not a lot of good dudes out here. There's way more of y'all than us. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they be competing, man, for y'all dudes and stuff. So some of y'all with these attitudes, I better get it together, because you know who ain't got it figured out? The dudes that depend on y'all. You know who do got it figured out? The go-getters. The dudes that's just like, they on their path to success. They get it. They like, I ain't got to put up with this. I'll just get somebody from elsewhere.
Absolutely. That is absolutely correct. So, yeah, she's going to have to just come down a little bit. Because, again, if you drive your own car there and I pull up, you want me to get out of my car to open up your car door to let you out, I'm thinking that's a little much. Come on.
Man, to ask me to cut your steak, you went a little too far, man.
On dates, yeah, absolutely. If that's your wife or your husband, and my auntie would bring my uncle his plate and cut up his meat for him, and I see that, but not on no date. What are they talking about here? What I'm saying?
That ain't even important. That's not even important when it pertains to the date. The most important element of the date is getting to know the person that you in a date with.
Absolutely.
Is this person crazy? Are they bipolar? Is a medicine cabinet full? Do I need to have a bulletproof vest? Do I need to make sure I got insurance on everything? That's what you're trying to get to know who it is that you dealing with. That's it.
Absolutely. You is absolutely correct. So yeah, y'all take heed with what Damo is saying, man. That's women. I hate to say it, you might have to just lower your standard just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know I mean, even with a church-going guy, a guy who's been raised in the church for 18 years, he's been taught more religious ways of dating and marriage, but not chivalry. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just like it's dying every generation. But like you said, the whores are making it where it's dying. I ain't got to be a good man to you. If I need some, there's the whores down the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to give it up, man. Do you know how many people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to do right. You don't want to do right. You know how many of these whores out here hungry? You know how many hungry whores it is out here that'd be happy to go to Applebee's or you know what I'm saying? Hometown buffet.
What's up, Shay?
Ponderosa and this other stuff. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
You can make that dollar stretch.
Thank you.
With
So
the right
ladies,
chick.
I'm not saying you have to be disrespected, ladies, but I'm just saying in 2024 and up, you're going to have to just lower your, this is not the 50s and 60s. You're going to have to just lower your expectations just a little bit.
I have realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and then as y'all grow, then you can ask for this. As y'all become fiancés and then into marriage, then you can say, hey, well, you know, you're my husband now. This is kind of how I want my husband to treat me. But not on no first date. Come on now.
And where do y'all get this from? Like, your mama didn't get this treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your grandmama ain't get this treatment. Where did y'all get these rules from? That this is how a dude's supposed to. You ain't had your daddies in your life, a lot of y'all. You know, your mama ain't had her daddy for the most part. So where do y'all get these rules from? Y'all gotta quit watching these movies, man. These movies don't tell y'all the full story. That's all we saying, man. You know, if you find a good dude that's just willing to take you out, period, be happy with that.
Yes.
Be happy with that. The little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be worrying about steak dinners, but what is that steak dinner if you had to put that steak on your eye before you ate it? Because you got bopped in the eye.
Absolutely.
What value is that steak dinner? A lot of these dudes out here put their hands on y'all. So, but long as he take you out to a 5-star restaurant, fine. Come on now.
Hallmark is making folks delusional. Yeah, Hallmark's
Sure
been
is.
around for a while. Hallmark has never filed for bankruptcy, never laid people off. You know what I'm saying? And they around 365 days a year. You can buy Hallmark for any day of the year for any occasion. Absolutely. Absolutely. I need to go buy stock in Hallmark. Thank you for saying it.
Man, we got this next story, Sky. It's real
Mm-hmm.
deep. I really am glad to get into the story, man. We got to get into this. So, we're going to ask, the question is, who's at fault, man? Who's more to blame for this girl's situation? The guys that she had this encounter with or
Mm-hmm.
her family? So, without further ado,
When I was 14, I had a train ran on me by 3 senior boys in high school. I
Girl.
was 14, one was 17, another was 17, and one was 16 years old. When I was 14, I got bullied a lot, so I didn't have any friends in school, and my home life was no better than my school life. I was the black sheep of my family, and I was severely mistreated in my home, and I was left out, neglected, and bullied in school. I walked to school every day by myself with my headphones in, listening to my music, and I walked home every day by myself. I never bothered anyone, I never talked to anyone. I was a very shy child. These boys were extremely handsome and very popular in school, and they also happened to have to walk every day to school, to and from. And one day, they decided to start speaking to little old me. Now you have to understand my perspective at this time. I was a nobody and nothing, both in school and in my home life. Nobody gave a damn about me. To the point teachers had to bring food to school, groceries for me at one point in time. And all of a sudden, the popular boys were coming up to me and talking to me while we were walking home to school together. Not only were they popular, they were attractive. All the girls wanted them. They were in ROTC, they played sports, they were light skinned, had the curly hair, the best fits, the flyest Jordans, and they were talking to me with my raggedy clothes, with my hand-me-downs, with my hot waters, with my hair all over my head, with my funky armpits. I felt like I was dreaming. I couldn't believe it. Like, this could finally be my chance. I could finally have some friends. I could finally be part of the popular crowd. I could finally be in, right? They told me that I was cool, that they wanted me to come over and play games with them. So that's what I did. One day I followed them home. I walked right down the street with them to their house, and I went inside to play Call of Duty with them. I remember their home was much different from my home life. Their mom was in the kitchen cooking, their aunts were in there, they was all chit-chatting, they offered me a plate. Their brothers and cousins were all in the room playing together. I was so amazed. I felt so welcomed. I felt so at home. I thought to myself, I never want this feeling to stop. I don't want to go back home to where I was at and get cussed out, yelled, and abused. This is amazing. I got new friends and maybe even a new family too. We played Call of Duty until the sun went down, and then his mom told me I needed to go home. As I was going home, he told me, come back. I'll sneak you in so that we can play the game some more. When it started to get dark, I obviously had to head back home. But as I was getting ready to leave, he came up to me and said, come back tonight. I'll sneak you in so we can play more of the game. 14-year-old me, who wouldn't want to play more of the game with one of the most popular boys in school? Come on now. So that's what I did. I came back. And we played the game. And then he leaned over and he touched me. And he kissed me. And he told me I was pretty. In my mind, it was like someone blew my head off. The popular boy in school just told me I was pretty and kissed me and likes me. That's what he's telling me. He likes me. Fast forward, and he got my clothes off, and we're doing the whoop-de-woo, and I'm completely vulnerable. And as we're doing it, and he turns me over and tells me to get on my hands and knees and arch my back, I hear the door crack open. I look up in shock, gasp, thinking his mom has called us and we're about to be in so much trouble, but no. It's his brother. He never stopped stroking me as his brother walked in. I sat there in disbelief, my mind racing. Mind you, I hadn't even had sex really before this. You know, a couple of little playful things here and there, but this was really my first full time going all the way. So now I'm wondering what's going on. Why hasn't he stopped? Do I stop? Do I lay here? Do I tell him to stop? I don't really know. His brother walks in, he never stops stroking, and then he leans down and whispers in my ear, can my brother get a turn? I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to do. Do I say no? Do I say yes? I mean, I should say no, right? Can your brother get a turn? I don't even know your brother, but I finally have some friends, and their family's really nice to me. I hate to mess this up. So him and his brother get a turn. But then the door cracks open again, and here comes his cousin. Ain't no fun unless we all get some, right? That's what they told to me. I'll spare you all the details of my sad sob story, but let's just say fast forward, everyone has their fun, I guess. And it's time for me to go home. And I'm confused and I'm ashamed. And I don't really have anybody I can talk to about it. I don't know what I just did, and I don't even know if I liked what I just did. Anyways, because I know this video is getting long and you guys probably don't want to hear all the details. Long story short, back then, I didn't realize that I was a victim. I didn't realize that that was a manipulation tactic. I didn't realize I was targeted. Back then, I was just ashamed. I felt like I had been a whore, a harlot. I felt disgusting. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like I should have moved smarter. And I also, in the same breath, felt like, finally, somebody loves me. Somebody wants me. Finally, I'm pretty enough. Finally, I'm good enough. And it was two confusing different feelings. And now that I'm older, I really understand what was going on. And I'm just making this video to spread awareness for the other girls that may have had the same thing happen to them or may have gone through similar things and were always too ashamed to bring it up or speak their truth. You were a victim. When I was 14, I had a train ran on me by 3 senior
We're going to go
boys in
ahead
high
and
school.
talk about that. She said she was a victim. So my question is, do you think she was more of a victim because of the boys or more of a victim because of her own family?
Golly, boy, I tell you, this has to. I tell folks all the time, I don't believe in the traditional hell. I believe this is hell that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? And that's just when I hear stories like that, that just makes me really, really believe that. Because one, she didn't ask to be here, so her parents brought her here. You know, your parents treat you like crap. Your siblings treat you like crap. People at school treat you like crap. And then the boys that you trusted took advantage of you. That's hell. I mean, because then in your mind, you have to live with it for the rest of your life. Then she don't have nobody to trust. A marriage, she never gets married, she never work, and she never trust a husband. She never trust no man, but she never trust a dad. So what would she have? Like, who walks on this earth for 100 years feeling alone, unattractive, and worthless? Who does that? So yeah, I do feel like she's a victim. Yes.
I say, man, I'm going to put this family more at fault. Them boys at fault, don't get me wrong, but I think, man, and anywhere in the world, if people can take advantage of you, that's just how it is. It's not right, but that's what people going to do. If they can take advantage of you, they're going to take advantage of you. Right. But I don't even think that she would have gone through that experience had she had a solid family.
Absolutely.
And I've noticed most of the females that have these kind of issues like this or traumatic experiences, it's because the families are crap.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If she had a father figure around or a father figure, good uncle, grandparent or grandfather, a male figure that was positive in her life, that just reiterated over and over, you're pretty enough. You know, you're beautiful. It don't matter what other people think. You got to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then no matter what anybody else thinks. Kind of like putting that in her mind. Those insecurities came from her home life.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, when you out in the world with people that don't have no family ties to you, and sometimes even when they do, they'll take advantage of you. And them boys, they seen a lamb, a little wounded lamb walking, and there was some wolves, and they planned that out, and they took advantage of the situation.
Absolutely. You was absolutely correct. And Shay, that's proof that this is hell, because I argue with folks all the time, and if a lot of people is listening or church going and Bible thumpers, I'm sorry. I mean, I just don't believe that there is a place that's going to burn my soul forever, right? Like when you look at Casper the Friendly Ghost and you look at spirits, they can go through walls and they can, it's just in my mind to believe that there's a place that you're going to go and my soul that can't feel anything is going to burn. There's a special fire. Now, if you set me on fire right now, I'm going to feel it because I have skin, right? So when my soul leaves this body, I believe that everybody is going to heaven. I believe when God set Lucifer down, he set him here. And this is why this is hell. Because think about what this young girl is going through, right? And I'll give you one more example, Damo. All the women who have kids that are in cancer, whether it's Sarah or Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, and you went to that woman and you said, look, if you go to hell, let me burn your soul for the rest of your life, your child will be cancer-free tomorrow. Do you know how many parents would jump into hell to make sure that their child would never suffer from cancer? Hell is watching your 4-year-old daughter die from brain cancer, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
That's hell. This is hell. I'm not trying to get off subject, but I'm saying this is hell, and she's living a formal part of hell to the point where do you go in this world when you have nobody to talk? You can't even talk to preachers nowadays. You can't even trust them, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
not enough touching the kids.
Principals. You can't trust the police. Like, where do you go?
Yeah. And you know, when your home is not your safe haven,
right?
It's man, it's not good. It's hard. It's a hard life when your home is, and you can't get peace at home. Absolutely. Especially for children. Children, man, they are at the mercy of their parents.
Absolutely. When Tyler Perry dressed up as Medea, he said it best: there's only two places where you're gonna find peace, and that's the grave and your home. And if you ain't dead yet, your house better be that place where you can go, shut that door, and be at peace.
Have peace.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I feel bad for her. I don't look at the boys as raping her. I just look at it as if they're mentally and emotionally took advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? And she's at a point where having a train ran on her was more, okay, these people love me more than going home. That's crazy. Like, she felt more love and comfortable doing a train. That's why she didn't tell them to stop. Because she finally got that, whatever she was looking for, with these 4 or 5 people running this train on, and then she would have gone home.
Right. And that's unfortunate. And that's unfortunate. A lot of these kids' lives.
Yeah.
You know, and
she ain't the only one, Damo. You just found that video. Think about all the other girls that are going through what she just said. Yeah.
And not even telling the story. Kudos to her for being brave enough to because she might help a young girl that see that and be able to recognize themselves being in that kind of situation and seeing it for them and saying, hey, I've seen this before, and stepping away from it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I'm quite sure, man, kudos for her for even sharing that.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. Absolutely.
Speaking of, man, we're gonna keep this moving, y'all. We got some good ones, man. So we stroll on down memory lane. Ooh, I found some good topics while I was on here. Okay, I think I'm gonna talk about this next. Why Offset lost the battle but won the war. Now I want y'all to sit back and hear what this woman said, because there was a lot of females telling Offset to hold this L. But Offset was not the one that took the L. Cardi B is the one that took the L. And hearing what this woman said, this woman was absolutely right. I couldn't agree with her anymore. So without further ado, let's play the video of what she said on the situation. And this situation is one in which many women go through and don't realize that they are the ones taking the L, not their baby daddy. Their baby daddy isn't the one taking the L. They're taking the L.
Another reason why I know for a fact it's going to be difficult for Cardi B to date is because when Offset made that tweet and said, I already won, you my baby mama, that literally went over so many females' heads. What he literally meant by that is it's over. In men's world, just like girl world got girl world, in men world, it's very difficult for another man to step up to a plate that already has another man's name attached to it. He knows that it's going to be extremely difficult for her to get anybody higher up to attach their name to his name, his children, and his legacy. We hear men saying all the time how they do not want to come in and raise other men's children. Men say that all the time about regular men. So what would make us think that just because Cardi B has money and just because she's successful, that another man, a top tier man that is, because her words was, I have to find a man better than Offset. What makes y'all think that a man that's better than Offset is going to want his name and his legacy attached to that man and his children? Offset wasn't playing when he said he won. He definitely won. He knows that Cardi B is going to have to do what Nicki Minaj did, which is find her a man, just a regular guy who's going to love her for her and is going to be happy with the position of just being in the presence of Cardi B. Because when Cardi said, I've got to find somebody better, I don't think she's going to find nobody better. I'm here for it, though. Another reason why I know for...
So, let's go ahead and dive into that, right?
I need more. Were they having issues in this relationship? That's why she.
Oh yeah. So Offset, man, he knocked her up a good 2-3 times, and then he did this.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
He was just the community penis.
Is this their third child together?
Yeah, they just had a third child.
Okay.
And so what Offset was saying, and a lot of dudes do this. Ladies, I'm gonna put y'all on game, right? The worst thing y'all can do is, it's one thing if y'all have a kid with a dude that ain't squat, like an Offset, right? But when you have 2 or 3 kids with that dude and he ain't shit, you might as well work it out with him, or just wait till the kids just get old enough to be grown and out of the house. Because basically what Offset was telling her, Offset was saying, he was saying, Skag, ain't gonna be no dude that's serious, that walking in his purpose, that's about his legacy, gonna take on 3 kids that ain't his. And yeah, you fine to these average dudes, but to a dude that got money, that know a whole lot of females after him because he got money and he in shape and he on his purpose, you got 3 kids, man, and you hood and all this other stuff, and you know, they looking at, they got to deal with Offset because, man, these kids' father. Damn, I got to deal with this fool. Do I really want them problems? Do I really? See, they was cheering Cardi B on because Cardi B got her little yams clapped when she was pregnant. But what they don't understand is that we, men, will fuck anything. We will screw anything. Man, we will screw a hole in the club wall. Go to the most jacked up club you could think of and with a hole in the wall, and we're screwed. Getting us to marry you, that's a whole nother thing. Getting us to sleep with you was one thing. But getting us to get in bed with you, yeah, we'll slap them yams. We'll clap them yams. You know what I'm saying? Hell, that dude, if you seen him on the red carpet, man, that dude was happy to be with Cardi B. He was like, man, I'm about to get this. And when I do bust up in this, she can't get pregnant because she already pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That man was happy. You hear me? He was happy. And you know the disrespect? You know the disrespect? Because I'm sorry, man. Man, Offset, you do take a little bit of L. But man, I love my kids. I don't know if you love your kids. I love my kids. It's one thing to get cheated on when your chick just regularly cheat on. But when she cheat on you, when she got a baby inside, I be thinking the worst thoughts. Like, was the baby comfortable? Was he getting popped in the head? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was really going on? You know?
He was protected by the amniotic sac, but
Man, you poking the sack, man. You know.
Now it depends on how far along she was. I mean, I don't know. Shay, you right. I waited till all my kids turned 18 before I even decided to date or talk to a woman because I didn't want that.
Man, I know. I got a vivid imagination. I get it, y'all.
Yeah,
but I be thinking about stuff like that. Like, will your baby come out down his eye, turn to the side? Was that the eye that got poked in? You know, I be thinking the worst. Like, what happened?
I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, so everybody's just talking about the finished product. Can we go back just a little bit? What happened to the point where the relationship? Did he cheat before? Is that why she cheated? Like, what is going? Because I don't keep up with that. I don't keep up with Offset and Cardi B. I have no clue what's going on with them two.
I don't either, but the stuff was online so much. I mean, this is all I seen down my timeline, right? And I came across this video, and I was like, man, you know what? Man, this lady is absolutely right. Ma'am, you got 3 kids with this dude, so you got 1 or 2 choices. Just raise the kids until they get grown, then find a dude, or just go ahead and stay with Offset. Them your 2 choices. Because if you think, I mean, not saying that it can't happen, but the chances of it happening, ma'am, is very none to none. I'm just going to say that. I ain't going to say slim to none. I'm going to say the chances is none to none. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so it's more of a risk because then you bring this dude into your house with your kids, and now you got to worry about this dude looking at your kids. You know?
Option 3. Well, then let me ask you a question. Do you believe that celebrities are role models? Because Charles Barkley said he's not a role model.
Hell no, these celebrities, man, hell no.
Let me put it a different way. Do you believe that these kids look up to these celebrities, right?
Unfortunately,
not only kids, teenagers, hell, people my age, hell. Do you think? Okay, so when this stuff is going on, right? She is saying, you know, even if it's a euphemism, she is saying that it's okay to cheat on your man while you're pregnant. It's okay to do these things because where is the black love and black respect? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, people, minorities are already talked bad to because they don't think we have any home training. When you see things like this, the husband cheating, the wife's cheating, she's cheating with the baby inside of her. Now she's been going from a wife to a divorce to a single mama. This is the image that is being brought out to us because this is what they see in Hollywood or in rappers or music. This is why we have this stain on us that blacks and minorities can't have a good home. That's why I'm so glad that you, Damo, is doing this podcast because you are the anomaly. You and your wife has done an excellent job at home raising children.
I say this, right?
But they don't see you as much as they see Cardi B and Offset. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is why these guys grow up and be like, well, hell, why should I get married? These women are ratchet. These men ain't shit.
It comes down to this. You know why the majority of relationships, and I say this all day long. Most of these marriages and relationships are destined to fail, even before they get started.
Absolutely.
I don't expect the majority of them to ever make it. You know why I don't expect the majority of them to ever make it?
Why is that?
Because most people, their whole premises of being in a relationship is based on their own selfishness, own insecurities, and own pride. Because really it comes down to this. If you're not going to get into it for loyalty, right? If it's not going to be about loyalty, what are we doing here? Now, let's take the word loyalty. What does loyalty don't have no boundary. If you're loyal to something, that means whether it's good or whether it's bad, you're going to go down with the ship, right? Now, most people don't believe in that, and that's fine. But then Just be single. Get you a robot, get you a toy, get you some batteries, and just have sex with yourself. Don't involve anybody else into your chaos, into your mess, into your misery. Because most people, their idea of love is more like a prison than it is liberating. You see what I'm saying? I don't get caught up in wondering what somebody doing when I'm not the fuck around. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just don't disrespect me in my face. There's some rules and whatnot, but whatever, if I'm supposed to be about what makes you happy, then you go ahead and be fucking happy. Just don't bring me no kids back. Don't bring me no STDs back. Don't bring me no fluids back from somebody. What I mean by that? Don't suck nobody's cock. Then come to my, hey, honey, don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do me. But other than that, I don't give a damn what's going on. I don't have time. If you're trying to go through life and you on your purpose, you don't have time to worry about that's high school shit.
Right.
If you are really a loss, like people say, oh, you the one that lost. Well, if that's true, then why you worry about what they do? Because if I really feel like I'm a loss, then man, I'm gonna move in my purpose. I ain't got no control over your dumbness, your dumb decisions. I don't. If you be an idiot, then that's on you. I don't have control over that. That's you. Why should I be concerned with that? You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I'm that, like the females be like, I'm that bitch. If you feel like you that bitch, then why don't you move as such? You know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about small things and things that can be replaced? You can replace a person, especially, man, you know, most of these people's love. Think about the people you told I love you to 10 years ago, and you don't even know the motherfuckers now. They excuse my language. I know I'm on one right now. But most of the people they back to being strangers. You don't people we've dated years ago, we don't even think of them. They don't even cross our mind. And we told them for days, I love you, I love you, I love you. So how much value do love really got? People be like, man, I gotta have love. Well, how much value do love got if you tell somebody today, I love you, then 10 years from now, that person is an afterthought?
Absolutely. I just hate it.
I don't get it, dude. That's just like a child emotion. You know what I'm saying? If we loyal, I need somebody to be there to wipe my damn ass when I break my hip. What about that? You know what I'm saying? When I can't see, you know what I'm saying, and I'm looking for the remote and it's right next to me, I need somebody to help me with that damn remote. You know what I'm saying? What about that shit? Why are we worried about some shit with somebody? Because look, most of y'all be like, I don't like to share, but y'all sharing anyway. When you got with that dude, 10 other people that licked that lollipop before you got to that lollipop. Why are you worried about the 11th, the 12th, the 13th person that's going to lick it? 10 people already licked it before you got to. Why are you concerned with that? You're already sharing. If the moment you with somebody that's not a virgin, you share. Somebody else bit that damn burger, and now you biting that damn burger. Just because you're not sharing it at the same time, don't mean you ain't sharing it. You sharing that damn same thing. So, man, I don't get this whole, I don't like to share. Hell, most people share. Most people, man, is with somebody that been bagged a couple people. Yeah, they laying down with you thinking about somebody else. Ooh, man, she riding it. She ain't riding it like she was riding it. But damn, he got that thing in my guts. But then, man, you know, Sammy was up in my rib cage. You know what I'm saying? You're already comparing. It's just like when you have a cake, you're going to compare the cake you eat now to all the other chocolate cakes you had. Am I right?
Right. You always compare
that macaroni and cheese. You compare your mama's macaroni and cheese to your auntie's macaroni and cheese and everybody else's macaroni and cheese.
Absolutely.
So we are sharing. Hell. They be like, you crazy. I'm like, no, I got common sense, goddammit. Sorry, Lord, for using your name today. But I'm just saying.
And that's true. But I'm just talking for the people who don't have a purpose in life, no goal in life. That all they want to do is just get married, have kids, and have the white picket fence with the dog in the back. When Cardi B and Offset are two of the top most known minorities in music and entertainment, and they're putting this out there like that, then everybody else is like, oh, either that's dope or that's stupid.
They normalize it.
Yeah, they normalize it, and that's the
normalized.
problem.
But you
I
know,
ain't saying white folks don't do crazy stuff. I'm just talking about just us.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, I'm just talking about just us right now. You know what I'm saying?
But white folks, I'll give white folks their credit. To my white people on here, I'm gonna give them their credit. They the way they move is brilliant. A lot of them, they have, you know, the mama and daddy both have a boyfriend, girlfriend, right? And then they be like, you know what, just don't bring this shit to the house. But you go ahead and you see your boo thing, I'll go see my boo thing. When we come together in this house, we gonna be a family. You know, they're calculating in the way they move. We move off of emotions. We always on emotions. And then in the end, we losing anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what's the whole point? What's the point if the thing you scared of end up happening anyway? Just be more calculating with it. Move a little different. And then don't get so caught up into your pride that you got the person, so you got them. Now they ain't supposed to be doing this. They already done did that. You know what I'm saying? They already done did it. They already used. You got a used car and you trying to treat it like it's a brand new. Okay, it's your car. We get it. You the owner of this car now. But you just the owner of it right now. Another time it's going to be somebody else's turn. And then somebody else's turn. And then somebody else's turn. So why are you concerned with these matters?
Yeah, some people in your life.
I don't mean to sound like
some people in your life.
What I'm just saying.
Right. Absolutely. I don't know, man. I again, these new generations of people, it's not for me to understand because I'm not in that generation. But even let's just say social media, TV, and stuff didn't exist, right? We can't tell what other people are doing, right? Because it's weird. Think about the life we live in, Damo. My neighbor across the street, I don't have a clue what they're doing. But yet, Cardi B and Offset, who live in California or Florida, miles and miles away, I know what's going on in their household.
Because the paparazzi be hanging out the trees.
Thank you. So if we go back to a time where people stayed out of other people's business, morality, if you're a wife and you're pregnant, you try to tell me that you think it's a good idea to go sleep with another man while you're pregnant?
Like, man, it makes me wonder why some of these kids shaped the way that it is. I got questions now. When I see that kid with that fucked up shaped head, look like a penis, maybe because a penis was hitting him upside the head in the sack. You know what I'm saying? He up in there turned upside down. You like, damn, he was facing the right way. Now he upside down. Shit, it made me wonder now, shit, if he got moved that way.
I'm thinking, why don't y'all divorce, go your separate ways, and do what you got to do? Sitting here going through all this, just drama. It's like Cardi B loves drama. And so if that's her thing, then I don't think she's going to ever find a good man. Because a good man who has a person.
What good man going to be with a woman that got a history of drugging me? I don't really, let's go for drinks. I don't want to go with no drink for you. Hell, I got to piss. Now I got to dump the whole drink because I don't know what you going to do when I'm gone. You can't even leave your drink with Cardi B. Think about it. You can't leave your drink with her. So hell, man, what good dude Cardi B gonna find? I wait. A lot of these chicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I tell them all the time, the dude that you've been with say a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, the dude you've been with, like he a whore. Absolutely. Well, why did you let him? He a whore. Hello, McFly.
Because again, I can't get into these people's thought process. I'm no better than they are. I just can't think like they think. I have no clue. Because life is hard itself. I used to tell my friends, life itself is hard. Why do you make it more harder, right? Why are you spending all your money on drugs, alcohol, and women, and then you want to break down and cry because life is hard? You added that extra hardness on your plate, right? So you have a plate that says life. It's already hard. When you go out and do stupid stuff and, you know, you putting that, then you deserve everything you get. You shooting yourself in the foot. I ain't asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you just to think twice before you make a decision. That's it.
Hey, Sky, I think you put it best, right? I think you put it absolutely best. Have the conversation. It's time to have conversations. And fellas, you know what I'm saying? And like, you need to let your old lady, and women too, y'all need to let your dudes know that the person you met may not be the same person 10 years from now or 20 years from now. Their
Absolutely.
philosophy, their view of life may change. All right.
Absolutely.
Maybe your shit was good to them for the first 10, 15 years. And maybe it's still good, but maybe they just like, man, I didn't have this Salisbury steak for much too long. I just want something new. You know what I'm saying? And just tell it. The cheating is, you know what makes the cheating bad? When you do it behind their back.
Absolutely.
Just go and tell them. Look, I'm just going to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Debbie over here, them yams look real good right now. I'm about to clap them yams. I don't want nothing serious with Miss Debbie, but you know what I'm saying? It's just something new, and then I come back and I'll be a new. You know what I'm saying? When you just do it in a deceptive way, and she got to hear about Miss Debbie, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But just say, look, man, you know what I'm saying? The house is in your name. The kids is in your name. The life insurance policies, guess what? In your name. Mm-hmm. So, man, don't take this personal. I'm about to go ahead and, you know, man, I'm about to get Miss Debbie. You know what I'm saying? I've been working hard. I put in 120 hours this week. You know what I'm saying? And I had to stand there all day, every day, watch her put the mail over and the trash over in the bin, and them cheeks was just clapping and wiggling a little bit. And I just want to get Miss Debbie. You know, but I wanted to tell you, because I don't even want to be disrespectful. They go on and say it. You know?
And you know what? Hey, be honest. Say, hey, every Friday I'm going to go across the street and talk to Miss Parker, right?
There you go. Now, if you want to do the same, now you got to understand. You know, like, man, the rules aren't fair. Life ain't fair. So there's certain things that you as a woman can do that me as a man, I can't do. And vice versa, right? So life is not fair. Now you can do the same thing. Who paying the bills? Mm-hmm. All right, because if we both paying, okay, fine. We both paying the bills, fine, okay. All right, so if I leave you, well, what's the chances of me finding another you than compared to you finding another me? Mm-hmm. Now we getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about, you know, man, 10 times as many women than men. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can find another dude, but you know, do he like men? Do he only like women? You know, do he take care of his kids? You know, do he put his hands on women? I mean, do you know? Are you sure what you get yourself into? So yeah, you can cross that line, man. But if I decide that I say, I don't want to, it ain't supposed to be fair now.
Absolutely.
So when you get with somebody, the question got to be, what is it that you're trying to get out of them? What is it the security? Is that the most important part? You know what I'm saying? Because what's most important should be the focus. All this other stuff, the other concerns, man, you ain't getting nothing brand new. You ain't getting no damn virgin. You know what I'm saying?
You sure like don't
get
think
a dude that licked a whole bunch of rugs before he got to your rug.
Absolutely. He might have licked something else too. So you know what I'm saying? So be careful, right? Well then for me, it's like some people are just not built that way, right? So you could go marry a woman and she's like, I don't like this, and this, right? And then 10 years later, you're like, look, for my birthday, I want to do a threesome. Or for my birthday, I want to swing. Or for my birthday, I want to sit in this chair and watch another man make love to you. I mean, it's just whatever your fetish is. Maybe they might have changed after 10 years.
Yeah.
If you talk to them, maybe they're like, you know what? Let's do something to spice this up. As long as we agree,
communication is important.
Right. As long as we agree, let's do this. Because it's just sex, whatever. Like you said, the bad part is the deception. And I agree 100%.
Yeah, because the other part, I mean, you know, I don't like it. You sharing, bitch, you sharing. You know what I'm saying? You out and about, with your dude and you in love, but this chick over here that had him and she remembered what it was when he broke her back. You know what I'm saying? When he put her in that pretzel move, when he did that, when he did the moves on her, she thinking of that. She got him too. She got him the same way you got him. You did, it's your turn right now. Her turn was a couple years ago. That's it. You ain't getting nothing brand new.
And so everybody out there that's dating a man with kids or a female with kids, you are sharing. Not at the same time, like Damo said, but somebody's already been there. For
Somebody already
less than what you got to pay, right?
Them sheets.
Absolutely. Because you coming in with the expenses of she already has kids. That man got in there for free and left. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And that's where this whole standards man come in at. Because man, this brother got this car washed. He got his car washed for free. You know what I'm saying? You shine that knob with Murphy's oil for free. And then you telling me I got to take you on 30 dates and rub your feet and all this? Bitch, hell no, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are like, hell no. I ain't doing all that. They say, I ain't doing all that.
Hey, Damo, let's go back to the lady that was saying all the stuff that she won't done on the date, right? How many men did she sleep with before she got to that point? So that means all the men prior to that got her before she got to the point where everybody else has to open the doors and cut her steak. Well, what about all the dudes that didn't do that and got it? Now you want me to open doors, cut your steak, do this and do that? See, that's what I'm saying.
Because you know what? I'm not cutting your steak when that man that put his steak in you.
Absolutely.
He put his steak in you. You want me to sit here and cut your damn steak? You better be Edward Scissorhand today. You better be Edward Scissorhand today. You hear me? You better.
Absolutely.
Man, we had a lot of fun with this story. But hey, we're going to get to this one. I want to get to this. I think this woman said something that was really powerful, man. And I wanted your take on this, Sky. So without further ado, my brother.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but someone said to me, if you want to be married, what business do you have talking to your single friends about relationship and relationship advice? The advice that you need is going to come from people who are living proof of a long-term marriage, past the engagement stage, past the wedding celebration stage and all that lovey-dovey shit, like the nitty-gritty, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years past a wedding. What does that look like? What advice can they give you? Long story short, it's no diss to your friends who aren't married, but like, if you want something, you got to talk to people who are living proof of it.
Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more.
Me too.
But
Me too.
With that said, though, Sky, I just want to make this. You can learn from people that aren't married and what.
Absolutely, too. Outside. It's
you know
not
what
on
you
the
can learn
inside.
from
They're on
them?
the outside looking in. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know what you can learn from them?
What's that?
What the fuck not to do.
I'm about to say that.
How to fuck up a relationship. That's what you can learn from.
Relationship. Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I can learn from people that ain't had good relationships. How did you fuck up your relationship? So then I know what the hell not to do. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I ain't gonna do that same dumb shit. You know?
See, this is why God gives you common sense. So I would take advice from married people, unmarried people, people who's been married for 10 years, 15 years. You use your common sense to say that makes sense. Or I could talk to somebody who's been married for 25 years and it ain't made sense, the whole shit that came out of his mouth. Or I can talk to somebody who's 18 years old, ain't never been married, and he makes more sense than somebody who's been married for 40 years. So you use your common sense to say, oh, that makes sense. Or I like the way you view that or whatever. But I wouldn't completely just knock out my single friends, be like, hell, fuck you, you ain't married. I wouldn't completely knock them out. It just depends on what are we talking about, what the subject is. So if the subject is how to maintain a long marriage, then the 40-year-old I might go to. If the subject is something minute,
I learned from my dad. My dad had nothing but failed relationships.
Yeah, so
I learned a lot. Okay, this is not the kind of woman, the qualities in this woman. I don't want these in the woman I'm going after.
Right. So, but if it's something small and minute in my marriage that I can talk to my single friends, that's fine. But if it's something that's really rooted in it and I need real marriage advice instead of going to a marriage counselor, and they probably single themselves a marriage counselor, right? I would do that. So it just depends on the subject, but never turn away people's opinions just because you think that they don't know. You know,
Right.
you just use your
You're
common
right.
sense.
You can learn.
Yeah, you can always learn something. Yeah.
If I want to learn about a successful relation or marriage, I'm gonna talk to somebody. And you're right, Sky. It don't mean that they're all the way right. It don't mean that what's working for them can work for you. But you know that they can give you some Jews as to why they stuff work. Right? But that don't mean they're end all be all right. But if I really want to learn about how to fail one, you can learn how to be successful by somebody talking to you that can fail. So I'll talk to somebody that can fail of where they went wrong at, and they can teach me a lot about how to not make the same mistakes they done made.
Absolutely.
So you're right. You can you just don't want all your relationship advice to come from somebody that's single. Hey,
gotcha.
So you single like me. It's like we broke. I'm asking you how to get money, and we both up here broke as hell.
Absolutely. So here's a good example, right? If you want to open up a hot dog stand, you're not going to talk to somebody whose expertise is in hamburgers. But what you can talk to the hamburger guy is a business model. He can't teach you how to do hot dogs because he's a hamburger, but he can teach you how he's advertised, how he's marketing, how he's hired his employees. You know what I'm saying? So you look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Just depends on what is the subject. If I need advice on marketing, well, you run your own business. How do you market your hot dogs, right? But if I need to learn how to cook a hamburger, I'm not going to talk to somebody who cooks hot dogs. So it just depends on the subject.
You're right, man. I couldn't agree more. Move to this last one. Dang, this show moves so fast. It was so much fun. Move to this last one, man. I may even plug in something else. But this is do women's unrealistic expectations keep them single? I'm gonna say hell yeah, but we're gonna listen to this female talk on it.
Why you're single?
It's not real life. And so what ends up happening is you wonder why you're still single and you haven't met the one. You've probably met the one 6 times, but he has a regular job. He goes to work and he comes home. He pays his bills every month. You ain't got to worry about the light being cut off. And you're going to have lunch made in your baggie the next day. But no, you want to be flown out to the islands and you want 3 Birkin bags. And it's not realistic because you're there watching girls. Yeah. And it's not real life.
And I think that if you meet that guy that is, your guy and he is not, making thousands of dollars a day, like you could make it work. Y'all can stay in the room you're in. No, just save some money and you guys can work together and you can go on trips together.
Or be willing to build
with someone. Get the bag.
Why you're single?
All right.
It's not real life.
So, do you want to go ahead and hammer that one?
Well, mine is short. If I had to start all over again, I would have loved to build with somebody. I would have loved to have a couple older than me, maybe 10 years older than me. Let's just say I'm 18, they 28.
Mentor, like a mentor couple?
Yes, who would teach me how to find a woman and for us to build together. Whether we divorced or not, I would have loved to build something together than to come in with all the assets and she comes in with all the liabilities and all that other shit. But yeah, I kind of understand what they were saying. But again, different strokes for different folks, Nemo.
Man, let me just say this. It has been an absolute joy to have been at rock bottom. I'm talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? Not to pop the piss in and the winter to throw it out and find somebody to build with, first and foremost. Because I think as a dude, the longer it takes and you start to be on your purpose and you getting money and everything, it gets harder and harder to find somebody. It's hard when you already established. Because then you like, if you get somebody that's, you don't know how genuine a person is. You don't know if they getting with you to build or if they just latching on to use you as a stepping stone to advance themselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And man, I know I wanted to get it out the way young when I was young because I knew the older I got, the more complicated it was gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told the associate this. I was like, no way at any point would I have ever dated a woman making more money than me.
Right.
I wouldn't even give her a chance. Right?
Right.
Well, why? That ain't fair. No, because man, when we have more money, you know, there's some dudes that act like chicks and they throw it in females' faces. But for the most part, our money is about taking care of the household.
Absolutely.
Right? Your money is, you know what I'm saying, taking care of you. Meaning that you concerned with how much money I got because you want me to do the taking care of.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so I wouldn't want to be with nobody that, now my situation now, if my old lady was making more money than me, I'd be more than comfortable. Right? I like the competitive nature of it though, of man trying to make more money, but it wouldn't be no thing. But had we not known each other or we was dating, hell no. Hell no. Man, because then I know it's a level of disrespect that's gonna come with it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And we've seen it. Females that make more than the dude, and then they feel like they could talk to the dude any kind of way because they think their money matter that much. But it really don't. It due to dudes that's homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? The ones that need a place to stay and they screwing for a place to stay and they job hopping and struggling. It means a lot to them. But for a dude that just got his shit together,
no,
we ain't
right.
We ain't dealing with that.
And the misogyny to it might sound like that I am. Coming out of the 70s and 80s, I never fathomed women being CEOs, presidents, working. And if they did small jobs like cleaning, nursing, being a clerical clerk. So I never saw in my life growing up that a woman, if she was a single mom, of course she's bringing all income. But if they were married, made more money than the men. I never saw that until we got into the middle 2000s.
Well, everything is tech now.
Right. So I am kind of jaded with that. So I never really ever thought that if I was to get married, my girlfriend, woman, anybody would ever make more money than me because I didn't come out of that generation where women even work like that.
Well, the world everything is mostly office work.
Yeah.
And so most of these jobs, who's in college more, men or women?
Women. Yeah.
So it makes sense that they get out and they get these office jobs and these technical jobs. And men, the jobs they get for the most part are still these, these hard labor jobs, auto mechanic, construction, engineer, stuff like that. Now, there are a couple men that sit up there, the engineers that sit up there on top of that money, but the rest makes us, overall, men still make more than women.
Right.
Let's just put that out there, overall. Absolutely. But there are women making more money, and there are women in higher positions, CEO, SEO, all these kind of positions, right?
Absolutely.
And so, but the thing is when they get them positions, they think that matters in the man's world, and it don't.
Right.
It don't. We only care about, man, can we get along with your ass? You know what I'm saying? Can we get along, basically? And are you ethical? Are you school? You know what I'm saying? Like if I met you and you were stick 115, and then, 5 years later, you 175. And you know what I'm saying?
Look, I guess it depends. If she's 115 and 175 on her own, that means she's gotten comfortable and she just don't give a shit. But if she's 115 and she's had 3 of my kids and got to 175, I blame myself. Because I added on to that weight because I got her pregnant 3 times. So it depends on how that weight got put on.
Man, well, you think about this though, Sky. You see them Caucasian moms out there with them little baby strollers doing what?
Working. Yeah.
They had a dog on the leash, the baby stroller, and they out there jogging. They ain't letting it. They know what time it is. They know that they in competition with other women.
Right. Absolutely. But yeah, congratulations to all the women who are doing, but when they was talking about, well, women should have equal pay, and I was like, well, when the hell did women start working? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my,
right. If you ain't picking up this boulder rock, what do you mean? You picking up office paper, a stack of
Yeah.
papers. I gotta move this big ass damn rock. Hell, you
I
think
come
you
from
should
well,
get the
I come
office
from
you in was made by these hands. You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? What are you talking about?
I don't know about you, Damo, but I come from where women didn't even drive. Like the men did all the driving. Like women didn't work unless they just really had to. So when did women start filing W-2s and getting income tax returns? And again,
Yeah.
it didn't hit me till after the 2010s. It's like these girls are going to college, they're getting degrees, and these men are just ain't even graduating out of high school no more. And they're living with these women who already got it. Men stop being men for some reason, and I don't know why.
Well, you got to look at who raising them. You can't ask the man to be a man if he don't know how a man operate. He ain't never seen that man and seen how a man operate in his home. You know what I'm saying? The only time he's seen the man operate is when he coming out of mama's bedroom. You know, this your uncle. Knowing damn well this ain't your damn uncle. And you right. Big Daddy government.
But even with Big Daddy government, they don't file income taxes. I mean, if a girl's living in the projects and the government's taking care of her, she's not filing income taxes.
She's filing it. She just getting a big return.
Yeah, she's just
really
getting taxes. The government is being the daddy, so she's still being the woman to her husband, who's the government. I'm talking about women that out there. You see them pull them up in BMWs, Mercedes Benz, got office jobs. I'm only making $500,000 a year. I'm like, shit. When did that happen?
You know what, Sky? I know I'm about to ruffle some feathers, right? But since a lot of them depend on the government, I believe Donald Trump or whoever in office to come by and get that cat anytime they want. Shit, they take care of your household. You know what I'm saying? The Bill Clinton and Barack Obama came by your house. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know what I'm saying? I paid you. How about you paying me back? You should shut the fuck down. I'm just kidding. Look, you know I like talking shit.
Yeah, because you know, and so I had more sympathy and understood those women who lived in the projects, who had 3 kids, who only paid $50 a month for everything. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't have sympathy for the women who was in the workforce talking about equal pay and equal this, because that's not the generation I come out of. You married with a husband or you living in a project as a single mama. That was it. And the people who paid taxes hated the women who lived off the government. That's where the money was coming from. You know what I'm saying? They went to work, they paid taxes, the government took the money, gave it to these women that's just laying on their backs having children. Right. That's it. You know, it just blew my mind that women were like, you know what, now we want to be like what you call Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. I was like, damn, when did this happen? So I don't know. But now you
don't understand that they did like that, but ain't too many men that want to deal with them kind of women. I know, man, I wouldn't. If I was out here and I was on the market, I wouldn't want to deal with no woman that's moving like that. Hell no.
Generation, y'all gonna have some issues because these women now, especially when now you can make money at home, Shopify, Etsy. These women now, man, they're going to make y'all and probably outspend y'all.
They already
you know what I'm saying?
They already doing it, Scott.
Because think about all the jobs that are going away, the manufacturing jobs. That's why men were men. Warehouse jobs, men were men. Farming, men were men. Those jobs are getting pushed away.
They trying to take that down.
Absolutely, these sit-at-home clerical jobs. That's where the money is, online. Well, who's good at sitting at home typing online? Women. Who's good at going out here on the field?
It's going to be a lot of us on OnlyFans.
Who was good going out here working the fields and the yards? Men. But that's getting pushed out. We are not an industrial country anymore. We're not. Right. So y'all are going to have a bad issue trying to compete with women for great paying jobs.
Yeah. Hey, there's always OnlyFans. And Bigo.
Yeah, I know.
Man, this show was so much fun, man. I hope for everybody that's watching, if y'all could do us a favor, right? For all my people watching, man, please go share the live. Yes. Go share the live, man, to your social media platforms. You can watch the recap of this. This is funny. What's going on, Monet? Y'all can watch the recap of this, all right? So make sure y'all check it out. Again, follow us on YouTube. YouTube is the easiest and fastest way to follow and really watch the show as constructed. Unless you're following us on Facebook, YouTube is at Soul Driven Media. So it's www.youtube.com/, the little at symbol, Soul, S-O, Driven, DRIVEN, Media. And
Right.
Sky, they can also watch it on yours. So Sky, tell them yours also.
It's the CEO Cartel 2120. That's it. Go in the search box, put in CEO Cartel, the way it's spelled, 2120. That's it. Mm-hmm.
So CEO Cartel 2120. You can go on YouTube and search Skies up under the search bar. CEO Cartel 2120. Exactly how we said
it. Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be there, be on Facebook. You know, sometimes I go live on Instagram. But yeah, Facebook and YouTube is what houses, you know, Instagram and all those others. I just use those for streaming, you know. But yeah, y'all share, comment, you know, give us a call. Y'all see the number at the bottom. Thank y'all every Tuesday for these 2 hours, man, that y'all come and comment. Thank you, Shay. Who else commented on here? Malfunction. Yeah, thank y'all, man, and everybody who's listening who didn't comment, because there's a lot of people that do watch and listen. They just don't want to comment. You know what I'm saying? Right. Thank y'all too.
Yeah, thank y'all for
tuning in. One more plug in. This Saturday, Top Rope Wrestling, Lebanon, Tennessee, Wilson County Fairgrounds, 945 East Bedore Parkway, Lebanon, Tennessee, 37087. That is Top Rope Wrestling, Wilson County Fairgrounds, October 5th.
All right, y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to just leave y'all with this. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So don't concern yourself with the things you have no control over. Only focus on the things that you can focus on and do have control over. And as long as you on this half of the dirt, you are winning.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, man. We out, man. Until next week, man. Same time, same place. We will holler at y'all then.
Peace.
Peace.